Take off your thinking caps. I'm about to make it fucking stupid in here. Brought all my fart and wiener jokes from Los Angeles, so. Yeah, American Airlines just let me take them on the plane. Don't gotta check them or nothing. So that works out. Let me get started. iTunes thinks I have shitty taste in music. Let me explain. See how iTunes works is when you order something, it will then suggest other music based on what you ordered, right? So I've had iTunes for a while. I've had it like 6 years. Order a lot of heavy metal off of it, big metalhead. The other thing about myself is I smoke a lot of pot to get high. And recently it worked. It was like 2 a.m, and I was very high, and I thought it would be hilarious to order that song Last Christmas by Wham. Remember that piece of shit? Still sucks. Just making sure for you guys. I'm looking out for your back to make sure Wham still sucks. And they do. The other reason I did it is the next day I was going to a metal concert with one of my buddies. And normally when I pull up to his house, I'm cranking death metal. So it sounds like a bunch of demons are fighting in my car. Like he hears... and he knows it's time for us to go. But this time I pulled up to his house and all he hears is... and he doesn't know what the fuck is going on. So he comes outside, gets in my car, we laugh, we have a good time. I get home though, and now iTunes doesn't know what to think of me. Because I've now changed in iTunes' eyes. So its first new suggestion was, well, if you like Last Christmas by Wham, perhaps you'd like Balls on Your Chin, faggot. God damn it, wow. Wow, iTunes, I thought we were friends. Didn't know you're a homophobic dick. Wow. Had no idea there was like a mean frat guy living in my computer. Just fucking waiting to bust my balls. Oh, God damn it, if this homo orders Wham, I'm going off. I'm losing my fucking mind. I don't know why he types inside my computer. I don't know how computers work. Not that kind of nerd. So I am married. I was recently laying in bed with the wife. It was like a weekday afternoon. It was like a Wednesday at 3 o'clock, and me and my wife were just sitting around laying in bed and cuddling. And it was really nice. And if you're married, or you know married people, or you fucking heard of marriage, you know it's the kind of thing that doesn't happen often. Like, we had to make a plan to be home together, you know? Give time for each other. And I'm on the road all the time, and she's busy, you know, doing her thing, whatever that is. And so we just had to make an effort. But it was real nice. We're just cuddling, no interruptions. You know, the phone was off, and the dogs weren't on the bed, and the cats weren't doing whatever the fuck it is they do. You know when they run into a room and then panic and then sprint out? What the fuck is that? Like they don't live there or something? Like they run in and then just lose their shit and then run out? So it's like there's some cat plan that you're not aware of? You know what I mean? Like the one cat sent the other cat in, like, go see if they're awake. And then he sprints in and then looks at you and goes, ah! Like in his head, he's like, what was part B of our cat plan? Oh, I remember, piss, run. Me and my wife was, what the fuck? You guys live here too, you weirdos? We bought you, remember? Jesus. So we're just laying there. No interruptions this time. It's just nice. It's just sweet, actually. Just like 15, 20 minutes of pure cuddling, right? And then I gotta ruin it by getting horny. And it's Wednesday at 3. I know we're not fucking. I know my place. Sasquatch doesn't get sex while the sun's still up. Daytime fucking. Nah, Sasquatch. But you said daytime fucking. Nuh-uh, sassafras, you're gonna have to take care of shit on your own, my friend. So I do, because I'm a man. I've been taking care of my own shit my whole life. So I send this guy down. I send Lefty down to do a little recon, right? See if we can get some action, get something movement, right? And my wife is tucked in here, and she sees what's happening with Lefty. And she's no idiot. She actually said this. She goes, are you gonna whack it? And I swear to you, I have never felt like a bigger loser. I was like, I was thinking about it. Is that cool? I got the go-ahead, boss. And then she really said this. She goes, well, do I have to be here for this? Like, have to, fucking get to. That's right, lady, it's called a privilege. I'm about to turn it awesome in here, single-handedly. Me and Short Round are going on another adventure. That's right, Nashville. I named my cock and balls after the adorable Asian boy from Temple of Doom. Okie dokie, Dr. Jones. Hold on to your potatoes. It's gonna get crazy in here. Indeed, Short Round, indeed. Let's fucking crazy it up, homie. So this happened, another true story. A lot of truth in my act. My wife and I, we live out in LA, and I don't know if you've been to LA, but if you haven't, fucking don't. It sucks. We live out in the valley, and the thing about the valley is every time you go to a restaurant, you got a valet, right? You can't park, you got a valet. And just as we're pulling up recently to go to a Japanese restaurant, pulling up to the valet, my wife rips one. Yeah, here's how I know it. My nose smells it and then asks my brain, what the fuck? And then my brain asks my butthole, hey fellas, was that you? And my butthole's all, nope, not this time. That's how the body works. I went to junior college. I retained some shit. So using my smartiness and my powers of deduction, I turn to the wife and I go, did you beef? And just as the valet's about to open the door, she goes, yeah, but he's just gonna think it's you. She's right. My wife is tiny, blonde, and adorable, looks like an ex-cheerleader, like she's never farted in her life. I, on the other hand, look like this. I look like I'm fucking made of farts. I look like a bunch of farts put on a man costume. Like some sort of fart elemental if you play Dungeons and Dragons. Farts sitting around a shitty apartment in the valley with no air conditioning going, we never do nothing. Let's put on a man costume and go to a Japanese restaurant. Can we see a movie too? Yeah, get on. Made of farts. So, metalhead, I mentioned. Any other metalheads here? Yeah. There's always that guy, yeah! Metalheads are awesome because they have like this amount of passion for their music that no other music fans have. Like, we're so crazy for our music. Like, you never see like a guy with his shirt off going fucking R&B. You know? Easy listening, homo, throwing up the E, easy listening. A guy jumping up while Michael Bolton's on stage and fucking going, yeah! Never see that. Little tip for you guys if you're out partying, starting early, right? Maybe later on, things are messed up. I just want to give you a tip. It's not gay if one of your buddies blows you. Hold on. Hold on. As long as you yell Slayer during it. I'll explain to anybody who's not familiar with Slayer. See, Slayer is arguably the most metal band of all time. They're like the Hank Williams of metal. Like, they're so hardcore, right? You know what I mean? And what happens, it nullifies any homosexuality. It's so metal that it negates that shit. It's really just a couple of dudes hanging out. It's really just a bro job, actually. Suck that shit, bro. Slayer. Cup the balls, dude. Slayer. Hey, I got an idea. What about a finger up the corn? Slayer. Not gay at all. No, you're right. It's a little gay. A little gay. But here's another tip for the couples, though. This is something you can take home. Maybe for the guys, maybe it's your birthday. Maybe you're playing your cards right. And later on, your lady is pleasuring you orally. That means her mouth on your wiener. Don't ever say this. We're going to make a mouth baby. Yeah. She'll fucking stop. Forever. Yeah. That'll be the last time your wiener sees her mouth. Take a picture, wiener. What do you want to name it? After your mom. I don't get out much. I'm sure you can figure that out. I don't do shit when I'm back in LA. I barely leave the house. I smoke a lot of weed, and I play a lot of Xbox, and I masturbate, and I cry. Those are my 4 hobbies. A lot of nights end with me holding a controller, crying over a sticky belly. Hold on. I'm crying because I'm out of weed, all right? And my belly's all sticky because I spilled a soda. On my jizz. So my friends all know how retarded I am. They know, what a pathetic life I lead. So recently, this friend of mine was like, man, you got to get the fuck out of the house. It's a Friday night. We live in LA. You're on Xbox Live playing 14-year-olds and getting your ass handed to you. Let's go out. Your wife's out with her dumbass friends. Let's go do something, right? So we go out, me and my buddy, and we're in an LA club. And again, if you've never been, fucking don't. It sucks. And we're in the club, and I hate it right as soon as we walk in, because I'm like, this sucks. You can't smoke weed in here? Hate any place that's not my house. So we're having a bad time, and then I noticed this trend, this crazy thing in LA that's way out of hand, and it's the plastic surgery. And I'm sure you see it on TV with all the stars starting too young, and girls that don't need plastic surgery fucking with their faces. Like, first they start with, the giant fake tits, which, that's cool. But then they start to fuck with their faces when they don't need to. Like, they're pretty already, and then they mess with it. Like, they fuck with their lips. They get those weird wax Halloween lips, and then they put their eyes too close together. And the thing in LA is all hot girls are starting to look the same. It's like hot girl Down syndrome. Wow, that retard has really sweet fake tits. Think she'll let me see him for candy? Come on, they love candy. Hot girls, not retards. Retards love cake. Look it up on Wikipedia. I put it there.